What's going on YouTube, JabberTech, and today's another episode of Watch Face Wednesday. Today we're going to take a look at this watch face for your Android Wear device. And this one is from D-Night Apps, and it's called Mechani-Gears HD. So let's take a look at this freemium model and see what it's all about together. Just before we take a look at the actual watch face, D-Night Apps has a rewards program, so the more you buy, the more you will be rewarded. And right now there is a promo going on. If you buy any 3 watch faces, you will save 35%, and that's ending at the end of the month. So definitely if you want to pick out some of his watch faces, and I did a review of the other ones, I will leave a link in the description below. Definitely now's the time to buy and save. So without further ado, let's take a look at Mechani-Gears HD. This is Mechani-Gears from D-Night Apps, and this is a freemium model, meaning the basic features are free, but if you want to upgrade to the more advanced customizable premium models, that'll cost you $249 in the Play Store. Taking a look at the watch face itself, it is doing what it's advertised to do. You'll see the gears are mechanically rotating, and that adds a nice little design. So just looking at the overall design right now, you have your digital time format on the top of the watch. You also have your date and day on the bottom, and then you also have your analog hands right there. Before we go into the premium features, let's just take a look at what you can do with the basic settings, and then we'll take a look at some of the premium features together. So if you take a look at the digital time on the top, you see it says 1500 hours, but if you don't like 24-hour format, you can just change that to 12-hour format and it will change to 3 p.m. You also can have the option to hide those analog hands if you don't like the analog hand. But if you do keep those analog hands on, you do have a couple options here. You can have it vibrate every hour just by toggling that switch on and off. And let's say you wanted a dual time zone, you have that option here to change your analog time. So let's just change that together. You will notice that the analog hands changed to 8 p.m. and the New York time of 3 p.m. remained for the digital format, but you also have that option here to switch that around. So let me show you what I mean. If we put the analog hands back to the default time zone, and then you have the option here for your digital clock. Let me change that to Casablanca time, and I'm going to send that over to the watch. You'll see that it switched it around, 3 p.m. in New York, 8 p.m. in Casablanca. So that's really cool too. Depending on which hands your eyes go to first, you can set that to be your main time or your secondary time. Going back up to your analog functions, you have a smooth second hand if you want to change that. So right now, pay attention to that ticking seconds. If you switch that over to the animated, you'll see that's a smooth rotating animated second hand. Moving right along, you have an option here to quickly access a feature just by tapping on the digital time, and you have a few options from stopwatch, timer, or alarm clock. So let me change that to alarm clock. And all you have to do to access that quick shortcut is to tap on the digital time and it'll bring up your shortcut. Mine was set to alarm clock, so that brings up my alarm clock. The next option that we have is the date. So you'll notice the date is at the 6 o'clock position there. Maybe you really don't want to have the date showing. You're quite well aware of what date it is, and you just want to have another mechanical gear. You can do that as well. And that took away the date and brought me another mechanical gear. But if you do bring that back, you do have a couple options here to change the date format if you'd like. So let me just change that for you and show you. So you can see I changed it to the shorthand. The last option that we have here is a battery saving mode, and that'll just help you save a little battery because this is an animated watch face, so they do tend to take a little bit more battery than just your standard digital clock. But there's a nice option here that will help you save a little battery if you'd like to. Now let's dive into the premium features, and the premium features again will run you $2.49. And there are quite a few of them, so let's get right into them. If you don't want to have any accidental touches, you have an option here for interactive options on or off. With it toggled off, you can no longer tap on the digital time to bring up your alarm clock or tap on the date to bring up your events. Next, you have your unread notifications toggle switch. With that toggle turned on, you'll see I have a 1, meaning I have 1 unread notification. But for some reason, if you do not want to have that activated, all you have to do is disable unread notifications, and that'll take it away just like that. Moving on to the next feature of the premium options, you have the animate background on and off toggle. So obviously, if you toggle that on, you'll see those gears rotate quite nicely. And you can disable that, again, if you want to save a little battery. Say your watch is running a bit low, you can just disable that quickly, and it still looks like a really nice watch face, even without the gears rotating. Next premium option we have is the background color. You can toggle that on or off. So pay attention to the background color there. If I toggle that off, you'll see it's a black and gray background. Again, that will save a little power if you're not running an LCD watch. The next option that we have in the premium features are the clock numbers. Taking away those clock numbers, it'll look like this. And if you want to add them back, brings them back just like so. Either way, the watch face looks really good, really nice design with or without those numbers. Taking a look at the ambient features, you do have outline, grayscale, and full color. So let me show you what all of those look like. This is what outline looks like in the ambient mode, and that gives you a nice outline of your gears there and the circular rings around them. Really kind of artsy, definitely looks really artistic in my opinion, really looks nice. The next thing you can change is grayscale, and switching to grayscale, that's what it looks like. Really cool. And then again, you have your full color if you want to do that. And again, full color will use the most battery, so I do not recommend it unless you want to show your watch face off, but that's really up to you. Moving on to the next feature that we have here, let's say you really enjoy what this grayscale looks like. You have this option to always leave it in grayscale mode. So let me send that to the watch, and then toggling the watch on and off, this is what it'll look like. So that gives you yet another option, yet another design for this watch face, leaving the always on display always on, even when it's not always on. Get it? Anyway, that's what it looks like. Really cool design too. This is a black and white, basically, watch face, and this will preserve your battery the most. And then it just went back into always on mode, and you'll see the differences. Let me show you that again. Always on mode, on, always on mode. Really cool, really nice design. And that goes the same for grayscale. If you always want to have your grayscale activated as well, this is what it'll look like. That's the always on mode, and that's with the watch face on. So again, that just gives you another customization option for this watch face. Also actually gives you a new watch face design if you think about it. And then your screen awake time, you have from 5 seconds all the way up to 20 seconds. And then here's where the customization really begins, and I'm not going to show you all of these because it would take a long time, but you can change the color for basically everything on this watch, from your background color, your highlight color number 1, highlight number 2. You have your ambient outline color, which I also think is really cool. So let me show you that one now. You'll see that the watch just went into ambient mode. So if I want to make a different color for ambient mode, I can do that as well. So let me just change that and set it on the fly. And you'll see my always on color changed. I really like that option. I hope to see that in more watch faces. I think it's just a great option to have, and definitely gives you a little style for your watch face. Again, you can change every color that you want that has to do with this watch face. You can change the number color, text color, seconds, minutes, and hour color. And then once you create your perfect watch face color scheme, you can save those colors. And now we're going to look at those complications. So you do have 4 to choose from, and let's just toggle all of them on just to show you. You have your watch battery, phone battery, step counter, and then weather conditions. So for weather conditions, you can either have Celsius or Fahrenheit, and choose between Yahoo or Open Weather. And these are the complications, and you'll see you have a toggle with the always ambient mode, which I toggled on for complications. So you will see that when the watch goes into always on mode, those complications are now displayed. If you don't want to have those complications displayed in always on mode, all you have to do is go back to the ambient section, disable complications, and then they will go away from the always on mode, but they will remain when your watch goes live. That's been my look at D-Night App's Mechani-Gears, and I really think this is a great watch face. And again, with the freemium model, you're able to use it for free for as long as you like. But those premium features are worth the $2.49 in my opinion. Just makes this watch face way more customizable, and you'll enjoy it a lot more if you can change around the color options and the always on display, etc., etc. So for me, it's definitely a recommended watch face for your Android Wear device. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know if there's some watch face that you'd like me to review, and I definitely will check it out for you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been another Watch Face Wednesday. I'll catch you next time.